you had a chance to talk to Vaughn yet, and what has his loss mean to you?
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday, last night after surgery. Obviously sucks losing him, guy of his caliber. You know what he came here to do and help this team out. You know, I don't know when he's coming back, but you know, he's coming back, and just to have his presence in the locker room and you know, teaching guys still, I think that's going to be a big help for us. Obviously, we wish he's out there, you know, with us, and we're praying for him. We're keeping him in our hearts. But the only way is forward, and you know, guys got to step up, and collectively we got to come together and you know, try to, like I said, come together and diminish his absence as much as possible.
He's already released a video from his hospital bed, it looked like, saying "Don't blink and don't worry about me. I'll be back." Kind of thing.
Yeah.
What does that say about him?
Again, he's doing everything he can, you know, help this team win football games, and obviously that's going to be a different role for him now. Yeah, but you know, make no mistake about it, we're going to miss him. He's definitely a difference maker on the field. But you know, we got some young guys that'll step up and try to fill his roles as best as possible. Yeah, that's again, we're all keeping him in our hearts and our thoughts right now, and you know, hopefully we can get him back soon and love up on him and you know, show him how much he means to us, and just to have his presence around is going to be good for our locker room.
Every time it seems you guys turn the corner away from trouble, like whether it's that crazy 3-game stretch, somebody else getting, you know, somebody's hurt, your elbow, whatever. Another thing happens, comes up like this, and I don't recall another season that's happened like this. And all these things have happened. How do you think this affects morale? And you guys are accustomed to adversity, but how much does it get you even more accustomed to having to overcoming something more?
Yeah, it's the NFL. It's hard to win in this league. There's going to be adversity every step of the way, and you know, luckily we've got the guys that we do in this locker room. You know, I thought our front office did a good job of bringing in the guys that we've brought in. You know, for situations like this, you know, to use leadership and to go out there and, like Vaughn says, don't blink, and next man up, and you know, everything that Coach McDermott practices. And you know, our main focus right now is, you know, to try to go 1-0 this next week against the Jets, who, you know, we've already lost to, and that's our mindset. Yeah, that's going to be our mindset going forward. Just want to know every week, and you know, it's the most important game because it's the next one.
What do you like about his coaching staff?
You know, I think he's very hip. He's a younger guy. Obviously, just being in the room with us, and he gets the lingo, he gets the jokes that we talk about. But he's very, very intelligent in, you know, when it comes to X's and O's. He's far and away, you know, the most advanced at his age, I think, if you check anywhere around the league, even going into college for that matter. He understands it, he gets it. The way he talks to the quarterbacks, you know, it's very friendly. It makes you wanna play for him. You know, he does such a good job, and you know, keeping the morale up. You know, always being the same guy, the same energy every time we step into that quarterback room, every meeting. You know, he's always the same, and you know, we really appreciate that about him.
Sorry, interrupt there. You were kind of coy on Thursday when you were asked about what your role might be with Odell potentially visiting. We know that he did over the weekend. Can you shed any light on how that visit went and what your interactions with him were?
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure where he's at in his decision-making process. You know, I think we're all still kind of waiting and just playing it by ear. But yeah, I got the chance to hang out with him and you know, just kind of show him how we as Buffalo Bills kind of vibe together and hang out and you know, rely on each other here. And you know, hopefully he saw that, and you know, he appreciated that. All the X's and O's and him on the field, all that other stuff, like that's up to coaching staffs and you know, where he wants to play and all that. But you know, I enjoyed hanging out with him, and you know, hopefully we hear some good news here.
Speculative, but have you thought about what he could potentially mean to this offense and how he might fit with what you guys do?
Yeah, you know, it's always good to add another weapon. That being said, though, I trust our guys and what we got going on here. You know, I think we got guys that can play multiple positions, and we trust them implicitly. So, but again, it's never bad to have another weapon.
Josh, is there a sense within the team now after what happened last week that you control your own destiny?
Yeah, yeah, we've felt that way. You know, obviously when we were written off a few weeks ago, and again, our focus is good. Go 1-0 each week. That's all we can do. We can control what we can control, and everything that we want to do is still out in front of us, and that's been our mindset. Next man up, and all the cliche sayings that you can say, but it really is. We're focused on the next game, and that's it.
How does the pass help you? You won out after a bad loss in Arizona 2 years ago. You won out last year after that Tampa loss. Is that kind of drawing that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can say it's like situations, and having the carryover that we've had from year to year with the guys that we have in our locker room, the leaders that we have in our locker room. We feel like we've been in situations like that before, and again, there's still a lot of work to do, a lot of things that we need to work on, and we still got to win some more football games. These ones in December matter, the ones in January matter, and the one in February matter. So we got to continue to put our best foot forward, be the best versions of ourselves, and just try to go 1-0 each week.
You guys like getting written down, don't you?
Oh, I think anybody that gets their backs against the wall and is confident in themselves will say that it's a position we're okay being in. Obviously, we want to get out of that position. We want to win. That's all we want to do here in Buffalo is win football games. And the outside perception for us really doesn't mean that much, to be honest. And we're very internally driven, and we got guys that again care about each other, do things the right way, and want to win football games.
You mentioned a few times the importance of skipping third downs, and you guys are number one on third downs, but you did a good job of staying ahead of the sticks against New England. And just what do you think of, in general, the benefits of skipping third down?
Well, I think, again, you're putting yourself in better situations. With those third and mediums, third and longs, that's when defenses can get real exotic, and, takes one mistake for you to make, and they've got the ball in plus territory now. So, skipping third downs, keeping the opposing defense in simpler packages, and again, it lets you be two-dimensional. You can throw it, you can run it, and again, that's what Coach McDermott preaches all the time. If we can be two-dimensional and force the opposing team to be one-dimensional, you're usually going to have success that way. That's just complementary football that we're trying to play here.
Learn from the last game with the Jets and the challenge that they present this week, second time in about a month?
Yeah, they're on a high effort group. They're playing really good defensive ball right now. They got some playmakers over there, and obviously the last game I didn't feel like I played very well. I made some boneheaded decisions, but learning from those and just trying to, like I said, just trying to make good decisions and end every drive in a kick, whether it be a punt, field goal, or PAT.
Earlier about the sheer amount of adversity that this team has faced. Obviously, this Vaughn news is pretty new, but as a leader in that locker room, when you sort of take the temperature of the room, what is the reaction that you're feeling from your teammates?
Again, I mean, we're extremely we're extremely sad for him. We're a better team when he's playing. That's no doubt about that. But the mindset that we have is, again, next man up, and we trust the guys that being in the front office is brought in here, for reasons like this, and to have some depth. And if guys go down, we have guys that can step up and still be productive football players for us. But again, it's going to be a collective effort, guys rallying around each other, and just trying to play determined football.
Hey Josh, with the situation and having the next couple of days to make a decision, however long it is, do you blow up his phone? Do you text him? Do you call him? Like how do you handle that sort of situation when you don't know?
No, I'm sure Vaughn's doing that enough for me. I'm focused on just trying to go 1-0 this week, and whatever decision comes, again, I guess we'll find out.
Josh, there's been, I feel like, quite a bit of gut punches this season, so how do you not get distracted?
Yeah, I mean, the easiest answer is, we're sitting at 9-3, and everything that we want still out in front of us, and again, we believe in the core group of guys that we got here, and the guys that are, on this team, and we believe in the coaching staff, and feel like, every time we step on the field, one, we can win that game, and two, coaches are going to put us in good situations so that we can go out there and play to the best of our abilities, and again, lean and rely on each other, and just play complementary football.
Kevin, if I may, I had a stupid editor messaging me and I couldn't get something.
I got you.
So, do you think since the Jets game, since maybe late October, given how this team has developed the running game and become a little bit more balanced and have been able to counter what some defenses are doing to, do you think this team the offense has evolved to a degree where it's ahead or maybe it's further along than it was maybe in late October?
Yeah, I definitely say that. And again, we've been in different situations. We've seen different defenses in terms of how they want to play us. And again, establishing that run game is very beneficial, whether it's play action pass or just the thought of running, keeping defenses in check that way. But every game that you play in is going to be a different situation, and you have to adapt, and I think we're better equipped now to adapt. Thank you.